Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for Reiki and coaching and tarot today. We're going to start off with Reiki, and we're going to do Reiki for about 5 minutes. After that, we're going to move on to questions. And then then we're going to do questions for a while. I'm going to move this camera. I feel like I'm not looking at you guys very much. That's a little better. All right, so for the Reiki, I'm just going to set the intention for whatever will benefit each of you the most as individuals. And so we're going to go ahead and get that started right off the bat. All right, so we're starting Reiki at 5:15. That means we're going to be finishing this up at 5:20. Angela Lukes, hello, hello. What are you using your Reiki for today? Socialista, hello, hello. I'm fantastic. How are you? Arby, hello, hello. I'm a Scorpio. What are you, Arby? Welcome, welcome. So we're doing Reiki for whatever is of most benefit to you guys. Those of you who don't know what Reiki is good for, it's most people know of it as being good for medical things, help with healing in the medical area, but it's also good to help with spiritual healing, also with financial healing. If you have a financial situation, it's good with mental and emotional healing. If you have a project you're trying to get off the ground, Reiki is good to help you with getting that project off the ground. Okay. You're having a nor'easter here and you're liking it? Okay. All right. All right, Angela. Well, then that Reiki for you is going to be focused on feet and legs. Somebody here is getting a lot of Reiki in their crown chakra too, and their third eye, which has to do with their communication with the divine and focus on the divine. Socialista, be nice. Oh, you're having a nor'easter with snow. I was picturing it with rain. Everybody be nice. Everybody's a person. You need a sugar mommy. Well, if you're thinking I'm it, you're not. You're not looking at the right person. Oh wow. Well, I guess it's your turn. We had it a couple of days ago here. It wasn't even in the forecast. Then all of a sudden it was, and it came down really good. That might be you too. Gotcha, gotcha. Slavovic, am I saying that right? Welcome. Glad you're here. What are you going to use your Reiki for today? Arby, what are you going to use your Reiki for today? We still have how many minutes left of Reiki? A couple more minutes left of Reiki before we get into the tarot. Only when I have to, Slav. Honey, I'm cut out for something a lot bigger than a kitchen. Okay, so do you know anything about Reiki? Do you know what it's good for? For the backs of your legs? What's going on with the backs of your legs? I'd have 2 kitchens for you. What do I look like? A line cook in the military? Jeez. Your back and your legs. Okay, gotcha. We do have a lot of energy going into legs for sure. Legs and base chakra. So Reiki is a supernatural energetic healing modality, and it allows you to heal from, like, if you have any medical situations, but also if you have any emotional or mental situations. It even helps with financial situations, or if you're trying to launch a business, it helps bring success in there. Trying to get a book out to the world, it helps with that. There's not a lot that Reiki won't help with. Oh, I am a lot of fun, Slav, but probably not the fun you're thinking of. So now that you have an idea, what would you use? What do you use in your Reiki for, Arby? La, da, 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 da. Oh, so are you going to cook for me, Slav? You think I need some healing? All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap up the Reiki. Don't forget to put a thumbs up on this video if you feel like it's a benefit to you. Let's rock and roll. We're going to get into answering some questions on the tarot. You're doing Reiki so you can find your sugar mommy. Everybody wants love, a better career, and better money. We all really want the same thing when it comes right down to it, doesn't it? Slav, this is my OnlyFans. This is where people see me, right here in public. So, not OnlyFans kind of girl. I'm a psychic kind of girl. So, here's the deal, guys. I'm going to put rules up in the chat here. Let's see. And then you guys can figure out what you want to do with those. I'm not sure it's going to take everything. It's not going to take everything, so I'm going to have to make 2 or 3 different messages. I've got like 5 times as much stuff in my message that they want to put in a chat line. Live and learn, right? Live and learn. Yesterday was my first live chat in a long time where I have these different rules. So, let's see. Is this my new one? Yes. Let's see if it'll take this part. This is going to be a pain. That doesn't even work. That's too much. Okay, technical issues, guys. Let me sort this all out. And once you guys see what I'm putting up here, then you'll know kind of what you can ask. And Socialista, you know I really don't like to do health stuff. Already, you've been around a while. Do, 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 do. That fits. So there's going to be multiple messages from me, guys. And then y'all will know. That's not the right one. Do, do, do. Mm-hmm. There has to be an easier way to do this. Also, this is all in my description box too, actually. That's what I'm going to tell people. This is all in my description box. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Man, I think if I cut out the word please that I've got in here 3 times, I might fit. That makes it kind of rude. That may not be enough. Nope. Uh-huh. Good job, Socialista. Look at you. And then, see if this will fit. Bet it won't. Doo-doo-doo. Nope, it won't. Hey, Patricia. Welcome, welcome. I'm just getting rules up in the chat, but if you guys want to see the full rules, all you have to do is actually hit the description box. It's all in the description underneath this video. I thought maybe I could copy and paste the rules in here every once in a while just to keep everybody that's new in the room up to date, but that's not going to be so easy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 messages. Ugh, ridiculous. Yeah, I try to stay away from health because I don't consider myself a medical intuitive, and that's why I don't have the right vocabulary for that. You know, so like I wouldn't know what diagnosis to have your doctor look for or something like that. So that's why that is, Socialista. So okay, everybody, read the rules. Do what you need to do. Put it in the chat. Socialista, message from Spirit. Patricia T, hello, hello. Do you want a message from Spirit, a question answered, or help creating an affirmation to help you manifest what you want in your life, Patricia? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Socialista, looking at your message from Spirit. I think I bored the guys, huh? They disappeared. They wanted an OnlyFans room. Okay. All right, so Socialista, here's the situation Spirit wants to talk to you about. We show up with the Magician, covered by the 5 of Error. So this tells me that there's something that you are trying to manifest in your life that you're really struggling to make this manifestation actually happen, Socialista. So that's the situation Spirit wants to talk to you about. And advice for this situation starts off with the Ace of Earth in reverse, 4 of Earth, and the Chariot in reverse. Okay, so there's some things popping out to me about this, so many of them, and I just don't even know where to start. So we're just going to start with this first card. With the Ace of Earth, just this, what I'm hearing with this card is shake things up. For me, the Ace of Earth is taking what seems like the foundation, the stability, and turning it upside down, turning it on its head. So what used to seem like the foundation or the stability, you might want to reconsider that and come up with a different perspective about what actual security and stability and what your actual foundation really is. Because whatever you've been considering your security and your foundation is not really that stable with this Ace of Earth showing up in reverse. And it's nice that it's shown up as this in your spread, because this is like the baby version of the Tower, only this is more advice as something that you can change, so that if you didn't change it, then the Tower would actually come into play. But this talks about things that you think are stable. Those roots are not strong. They're really not that stable. Okay, so you want to start flipping how you're looking at stability and security. All right, 4 of Earth, you want to start stashing some money back. You want to start putting a cushion together. If you don't have a cushion, you want to start stashing some other money back, because we've got the Chariot showing up in reverse, which says working along with somebody else to accomplish this is not getting you what you want. So it's time to start looking at, how can I branch out and do this on my own? Okay. And all of this is around your situation that you're trying to manifest, that you're being resisted on. People are fighting with you on this manifestation. Every time you make a step forward, they're dragging you 2 steps back. Okay, so it doesn't work to work along with other people with that Chariot in reverse. Save up some money. Start looking at security the way it really is, not just the way you've always been taught it is, because what you've been taught is not really stable at all. Okay, hope that makes sense for you. Okay, Patricia T, you're up next. Patricia T. Ba-da-da-da-da. 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 Well, what popped out for you right off the bat is the Strength card, Patricia, in reverse, which is telling me you're not feeling like you're very good at this job, just to start with. We're going to put this back. That's kind of evidenced by your question to begin with. It is, but my name is actually from the Karamu Islands, and instead of meaning friendship, it means faithfulness and loyalty. It's a female name, not a male name like Amista. All right, so will she be able to last throughout this year? At least throughout this year at this job. You're quite welcome, Socialista. Angela Luke's question from the angels is not an option here. Pick one of the options that I offered, please. I think you're going to last there longer than you're thinking. I don't see you actually staying there throughout the year. I do see you getting much better and much happier in the position that you're in right now. And I see it paying you very well. I think that you're going to be there through till the middle of the year at least, and maybe a little bit longer. I'm going to tell you, I think you're the one that actually ends up choosing to leave. I think at the middle of the year, maybe even by late April, early May, you're going to be putting out resumes to other places and looking for where you can go to next. But I think that you're going to be the one that moves on. Okay, Patricia? Oh, from Angela. I thought you said question from the angels. I was like, I don't do questions from the angels. I don't do the middleman. I talk to Sacred Spirit. Sorry about that. Okay. And Socialista, you hadn't seen this new format because today is the day that it began. Obviously, by how much I was struggling getting it out there, huh? For those of you who are new in the room and you just want to know what's going on here, check out the description box underneath the video. That'll tell you everything you need to know. Okay, so where is my question from Angela? I don't see it. Will Miss Angela be moving into an apartment? What kind of time frame do you want on that? This week, okay. Will Miss Angela be moving into an apartment? Well, yeah, this week. It's Sunday. We can say that, right? By the end of the day, Saturday, the 22nd of January. Well, we had cards fly. That's too many. La-da-da-da. Guys, please share this video because I want to be able to read for as many people as possible. And it's Sunday afternoon. Who knows? if they'll be around or not. I do see you moving into an apartment. I can't say for sure that it's necessarily going to be this week, although it could be. What I've got here is a big fat maybe on that. So I think that the process is going to be at least underway. All right. What you have showing up is you have the Hanged Man in reverse, which to me is somebody who is released. There's some kind of breakthrough here. So that first card, I was going, oh, yeah, she is. She's been waiting a while now. She is. Yay. Second card, Queen of Earth. This says that all the finances, everything that you need is in place. So that's good. And then we have the Five of Water, which is not so good. This talks about feeling left out in the cold. So this can talk about some kind of delay happening, some kind of slowdown or resistance. And then that is followed by the Ten of Water, or happiness. So that resistance does not last too long. And with the Eight of Water, walking away from where you are now. Okay. So I think that if you're not fully moved in by the end of this week, I think that you will have definitely started that process. Okay. So you're on your way. Oh, that's exciting, Miss Angela. Right, Patricia? I appreciate that. I appreciate the like. Let's see. Yeah, Spirit does not mess around. Spirit knows what's up. All I do is I just listen to what Spirit has to say. And for me, tarot cards are part of the language that Spirit and I have together, but it's not the only part. Yeah, well, that'll be the end of an era. You're moving into an apartment. And such a relief. Have I helped everybody in the room? I have, actually. The people that live upstairs from me, because I share a house, I'm like in a little mother-in-law suite in the basement. The people who live upstairs from me actually got COVID. And I stayed away from them. I was lucky enough to find some Walgreens over-the-counter COVID testing, and I came up negative both times that I took those. So, but I also didn't really have any symptoms or anything either. Have you been able to stay well? Anybody else in the room that would like to have a reading? I'm still going to be here for a while. A reading or help with an affirmation, message from Spirit, or question answered, I guess I should say, instead of a reading. La da 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 da. You took care of both and never got it? Look at you. That's incredibly lucky. So what are you trying to manifest that somebody's holding you back on? Are you starting a new business? Are you doing your own thing? We're kind of having another round of virus around here, around where I am. Some of the people at the stores where I work with are trying to get that. Oh, yeah? What kind of business is it going to be, Socialista? Anybody new in the room? Read the description underneath this video. I'm here to help you with designing affirmations so you can manifest what you want in your life, answering a question with the tarot, or giving you a message from Spirit, whichever you prefer. Online thrifting. I've never seen online thrifting before. I think you would have that market monopolized, at least for a little bit. Unless you're just doing like people do like on eBay, where you go around and buy things and then you resell them if you buy them cheap enough. I know people that make money doing that. I think you have to be pretty smart about what you're doing. Anybody new in the room, welcome, welcome. If you'd like me to answer a question for you with the tarot cards, just put your question in the chat box, please. If you would like to have a message from Spirit, put the word Spirit in the chat. And if you would like to have help creating an affirmation so that you can manifest what you want in your life, put the word affirmation in the chat. Oh, like that. Okay. Well, maybe I have seen that before then. Actually, I knew somebody who used to be very successful with that, but that was like in the single digit 2000s, like 06, 07. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos on people doing that stuff. So there must still be a lot of people doing it. Okay, for everybody in the room, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick reading on what would it be best for us to do to manifest those things that we want in our life right now. Those of you who would like to have your own questions answered, check out the description box to see how to make that happen. Oh, well, then you might be just perfect for that. Okay, best advice for our manifestation for those of us who are in the room today. What would Spirit like to say to us about manifestation? I don't know if we want to hear this one or not. Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. Well, I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I'm just saying. All right, so best advice for manifestation today. Page of Fire showing up in reverse, followed by the Seven of Fire showing up in reverse, followed by the Tower. Now, I think this is interesting, that our Tower comes up as advice. This is really interesting, actually, because it goes along with a reading I heard earlier today. I don't think they came up with the Tower, but the advice was very similar to what I'm picking up here for us today. So at the Page of Fire, this talks about that if we're getting in some kind of energy or feedback or message that tells us that, where we're not getting a go-ahead, maybe we're not able to get a government permit, or maybe another person that we're trying to manifest in our life is just not into it, or whatever. If we're getting some kind of negative feedback here that is kind of taking the wind out of our sails, this is saying that we want to take a peek at the boundaries that we have set, at the standards that we have set for what we're doing. It may be time to adjust the how. Not necessarily time to adjust the what we want to manifest, but it may be time to adjust how we plan on manifesting that thing. Okay, and then with the Tower following that, it could very well be time to just tear down the efforts that we've done before and start from scratch and just chalk that up to a learning experience, because whatever it was we were doing obviously has holes in it if we're getting feedback that says not happening. So time to just tear down those efforts and start all over from scratch, rethink how we want to reach this goal or reach this manifestation. Okay, that's what we have. All right, Debbie Hancock, welcome, welcome. Message for Spirit from you, my dear. Debbie Hancock. That's not the easiest manifestation message to hear. I don't think anybody wants to hear, let's start over from scratch and do it another way. Debbie Hancock. Message from Spirit. Guys, please share this video so that I can read for more people as well. The more I get to help, the happier I am. That's why I'm here. I'm actually here to plant some seed. Great energy worker secret is if you want more work, do more work. La da 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 da. Message from Spirit for Debbie. By the way, guys, if you want to see what I offer on my website, the website is in the description box below as well. Okay, Debbie, message from Spirit. We're going to look at what Spirit wants to talk to you about, and then we're going to look at best advice for you around that situation. Debbie, have you seen me on Facebook Lives before? Your name seems really familiar. I'm thinking I remember you from Facebook for heaven's sake. Ba-da-da-da. Kata Husarova. Hello, hello. Read the information in the description box, honey, and then put what you want in the text in the chat box, please. Okay, so Debbie, situation. 8 of Water showing up in reverse. This says, that's what I thought. Oh, for heaven's sake. Okay. So 8 of Water in reverse says that you're walking back to something that previously had made you feel depleted or exhausted. And that card is covered by the 10 of Fire. So this is telling me that there's some type of responsibility, basically, that you walked away from before, that the last time you were doing this made you feel depleted or exhausted. So you're picking that responsibility back up again. This is the situation that Spirit wants to talk to you about today. I'm doing them on the For Heaven's Sake Facebook page on Mondays and Wednesdays. I usually log on there about 10:30, 10:35-ish and go live for about 20 minutes there. So if you follow For Heaven's Sake, then you'll get to see me go live there. I'll type it in here so you can find it. But it's For Heaven's Sake on Facebook. And I do Mondays and Wednesdays. Because those are the days that I'm in the store. My typing. Oh. Too bad I can't have an admin around here on YouTube. More work. Yep, that makes sense. And this is work like you've done before. Maybe even with the same exact people, but definitely like you've done before. And that's Mountain Time, Socialista. Oh, and I didn't type out the name of the store. Wait till you see pictures of some of this stuff in the store. You'll love them. Thank you, thank you. All right, so let's get back to Miss Debbie's message. So your advice, Miss Debbie, around this responsibilities that you're picking up is the King of Earth in reverse, Ace of Water, ooh, and the Hermit. Oh, geez. What's going on here? King of Earth in reverse, I really think, and we've got Mercury and Venus both in retrograde right now, too. I really think you're, Debbie, I think you're re-looking at your plans for long-term security. So things like retirement and when can you quit work, stuff like that. It's time for you to start re-examining those plans that you already have. Okay, that's the first bit of advice. The Ace of Water says make sure that whatever it is that you're doing something that you love. Okay, and the Hermit is a card that can talk about being reclusive, but I don't think I'm so much getting that whole reclusive vibe as much as I'm getting the other part of the Hermit, which is the Hermit recluses to really consider and think about what makes them tick, what makes them happy, what makes them trigger and maybe even deactivate some triggers. The Hermit is taking some time to themselves to set some priorities so that they can set sail for a particular destination, what they're shooting for. They have a target or a goal that they're reaching for moving forward whenever they come out of this seclusion. So maybe it's a good idea to go in seclusion to think about these things, but you want to rethink long-term security. And you want to be considering when you're rethinking that, what actually makes you happy? That's your advice around this. Tried to semi-retire. Gotcha. That's why you're going back, because you tried. Yeah. So time to rethink. Rethink the strategy that you have now. You've already rethought once, obviously. Rethink it again. Be focused on what makes you happy. And then take some time, once you've gotten it down, what makes you happy, take some time to think about, how can I get there? How can I get to that happiness point? Okay? Thank you, and the congratulations. If I didn't say it socialista, I appreciate that. All right, Keta Husarova. What's on the picture for heaven's sake? Oh, I'm just saying, when you see the things on that they upload and the different things that are on sale and the different things that they take pictures of, you're going to love it. It's a fantastic metaphysical store. They have everything there that you need for smudging, for ceremony. They have books that help you hone in on metaphysical things, whether it's law of attraction or spell work or whatever. They have all kinds of good stuff. They have just about every gemstone you can imagine. Some of them are cut into cabochons. If you're into making your own jewelry, there's a lot of jewelry that's already handmade there. What else? There's just all kinds of good stuff to go gaga over. When you see some of the pictures, you're just going to be like, oh, I want to be there. They do have an online presence too. You can order from them online. All right, you're quite welcome, Debbie. There are lots of pages with the same name. Okay, I'll help you. Let's see. Let me find it on my phone and I'll show you the picture for that one. How do you like that? So we want to go to the For Heaven's Sake. So this is going to be the profile picture for the store. Oh, am I in the camera? That cat is Siam, who actually lives in the store. He's the store cat. So when you find that picture in the profile picture, that's the For Heaven's Sake that you're looking for. And I think if you put Denver, Colorado, that might be helpful too. Oh, here we go. For Heaven's Sake, New Age, metaphysical, books and gifts. I'll type it out. There we go. That looks like your daughter's cat. Sam's been around a long time. He used to come out and hang out in the store with us while we were working, and he used to hang out by the cash register, or he would hang out in the Reiki room or the reading room. And when you would do Reiki on somebody, Siam would help. He would get right up on that table and he would sit right where that energy needed to go. He would be the pointer. But since COVID, he's gone kind of antisocial, so it's very rare to get to see him in the store anymore. He made an appearance on my last Facebook Live at the store, but that's the first time that he's been in the reader's room voluntarily since COVID. Does it smell like patchouli and old books? Not so much old books, but there's a whole incense room. So not just patchouli, but oh my gosh, it's very fragrant. It's really nice in there. Found it? Yay. Okay. So, Keita, what would you like from me? Would you like a message from Spirit? Do you have a specific question you want answered? Or do you have an affirmation you want me to help you with so that you can manifest something in your life? It does smell really wonderful. And then I come home smelling like that, and my mask smells like that. It's nice. Message from Spirit for Keita. Keita, what country are you from, just out of curiosity? Guys, if you would like to actually have a full-on reading with me, I will blow your socks off if you decide that you need that. Okay, cool, Socialista. You're from Spain? Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. What time is it in Spain? Isn't it like pretty late at night, early in the morning? Oh, excuse me. 1 a.m. It is early in the morning. Well, you've got some stuff on your mind if you're up this late, don't you? On a Sunday night? All right, let's look at your situation that Spirit wants to talk to you about. You have the 10 of Air showing up as your first card, covered by the 5 of Air in reverse. Okay, this looks like a heavy situation to me, all right? So, oh, you do. Yeah, I'm not surprised when I'm looking at your cards. 10 of Air to me talks about an ending of something, okay? An ending of a very specific thing, something that has caused long-term tension or long-term debate between you and somebody else, or maybe even a group of people. So some source of long-term tension or debate is now done. The door is shut on it, okay? Many times that brings us relief. Now, with the covering card being the 5 of Air in reverse, it looks to me like basically you were trying to make peace with somebody, and now you're just done trying to make peace with them. And that could happen a couple of ways. I might know more once I look at the advice, but right now I'm feeling like that could happen a couple of ways. That could be that you were trying to, I feel like, I'm going to tell you, Kata, I feel like you were trying to make peace in a situation where it really wasn't reasonable for you to be the one trying to make peace. I think you were probably the injured party here that was trying to make peace. Well, now you're trying to make peace is over. So either you have decided, you know what, I'm done playing this silly game, or somebody has just basically, metaphorically, slammed the door in your face on this, one or the other. Okay? Now, hello there, Cheryl. Welcome back from North Hollywood, California. Yay. All right, so let's look at your best advice here, Kata. All the instructions for this session, Cheryl, are in the description box if you want to check those out. I'm doing something a little new, just a little, just tweaking it. 3 of Fire showing up in reverse as your advice. First piece of advice, Kata. Emperor, second piece of advice. 7 of Earth, third piece of advice. Okay. Whatever this is that ended, whatever this is, the source of tension or disagreement, Kata, with this 3 of Fire showing up in reverse, am I feeling this right? I don't think that you should plan that whatever this is really done and put to bed. Okay? I think that however things are right now is however things are right now. And I think that you should take things moment by moment right now. Okay? With no expectations in any direction. Just for right now, you guys aren't talking. That's it. You guys aren't talking right now. All right? And work with what's going on right now. Work with what's going on in the present, because where are we most powerful? We're most powerful in the present. The past is already gone. We can't change that. The future hasn't happened yet. So our power is right here in the now. Okay? So this card is basically saying recognize that whatever is going on right now, and accept that this is how things are right now so that you can use your power instead of looking back and wishing you could have done things different, or trying to look forward and bring things into being that may or may not be healthy and for your own good. Just be in the present now. Breathe in the now. Okay? Accept what it is now and just let it be whatever it is and work with what you have right now. Okay? Now, second card, Emperor card. Kata, this is you. This is you taking back your power. All right? There was a lot of power that was given out in this interaction with this other person or group of people, where all that tension was flowing and where you were trying to make peace. Time to bring all that power back to you. All that energy and effort that you put into making peace that just did not work out? No, you're done with that. Time for you to start focusing on you and what's good for you and work with that at this point, okay? Now, next thing. Seven of Earth in reverse. So here's the thing. A lot of people read this card differently than I read this card. So I need you to pay attention to what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is going to be different than what you're expecting. And because I'm the reader and these are my cards, they're talking to me in a way so that I can understand them to pass the message along to you. Okay? So with this Seven of Earth in reverse, what this is telling me is that by you taking charge of your own energy and directing it based on where you want to direct it, not where everybody else thinks it should go or where everybody else can suck it into, but you're directing your energy where you want it to be. You're focusing on the things that are good for you now. What that brings in is the Seven of Earth in reverse. So the Seven of Earth in reverse for me is saying there's a payday that's coming out of this. And I do mean a very tangible payday. Okay? And actually, I'm going to clarify which type of payday we're looking at here. Because this can be an emotional payday, or this can be a money, money, money. Here's the money payday. Yeah. This is actually going to bring you a money, money, money payday. Okay? So if this is something going on in your professional life, let those people do whatever they want to do. You're getting to have a glow up. If this is something in your personal life, them putting you through what they put you through is actually putting you in a position where now you know more what you want and you know more how to manifest it. And now we see you, best advice, putting that energy towards yourself so that you can manifest what you really want in your life. Payday with the Seven of Earth in reverse is talking about that there will be a payoff for you taking control of your own energy and directing it. And that payoff is going to be something that won't happen right away. In fact, it's going to happen gradually. You'll see little benefits start to sort of drip in and drip in and drip in and drip in until finally the washer on that faucet gives out and those benefits are just flooding in. But all of that is going to come from accepting what is right now in this moment, not trying to live in the past or make it recreate. Taking charge of your energy and where you're spending it, making sure you're spending it on things that make sense for you, not for everybody else who's not paying you back for any energy you're putting into them. And expect that there's going to be a payoff for that, because there will. And what I'm hearing is you're going to end up thanking this person or this group of persons in the end, because if what hadn't happened, if what happened had not happened, it would have never set you up to catapult into this next new phase of your life. Okay? I hope that makes sense for you. All right, so let's see. Cheryl Head, good morning. Good evening, I should say. So, Cheryl, did you read the instructions? Is there anything you want? You want a question? You want an affirmation? You want a message from Spirit? What do you want? You have to put it in the chat. Christina, no. I want you to ask a specific question. Okay? Asking me what specific changes are coming in between Ivan and you in the next 3 months. That's too open. Too open. If you want to say, how are we doing? How is our relationship going to go? I would give you more of that, actually. That would be more of an energy flow. Quite welcome, Kato. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know whenever I do this next time. Everybody tell people about me. Anybody who's new in the room and hasn't been here before, or even if you have, I'm doing things a little different. Check out the description box below the video and then go ahead and put a comment in the chat. So, Alicia, is there a relationship with the person on my mind? I'm going to ask that you give me that person's first name. First name only, honey bunny. There's Gracie. Hey, honey, check out the description box. You'll see everything that's going on right there. I tried to put it in messages here, but it took like 5 messages, so just hit the description box. Okay. Show me the relationship progression between Christina and Ivan between now and the 16th of April. You know how to get a hold of me, Socialista. All that information is still on my website, and my website is still in the description box below. And I would love to do another reading with you, by the way. Alrighty. Over the next 3 months for Christina and Ivan. In case you guys wonder, I write down names all the time because otherwise I just get lost in the reading and I forget the names. So I have to have my little scribblies going on. Okay, so right now it looks like things are pretty stable, steady. Between you and Ivan, things are pretty secure. It's interesting how that shows up right off the bat because usually 10 of Pentacles is something that's very happy, very stable. But I just get this feeling off of this card that this is more about stagnation than happiness or stability. Maybe I'm wrong. You would know. But it feels like things are getting kind of stagnant. Nothing's really been shook up. Nothing's fresh. Okay. But then we do have this followed by the Ace of Water. Followed by the Nine of Water in reverse. Followed by the Empress in reverse. Followed by the Messenger of Air in reverse. Okay, so within what time frame, Christine? So, this is telling me, I really think that you guys are in a stagnant place right now where there's not a lot happening in that relationship right now, Miss Christina. With the Ace of Water, I do see a renewal showing up here where things start to become fresher again. And I think if we're looking over the next 3 months for these 5 cards, we're probably talking about 3 weeks from now is when we see this renewal phase showing up. I don't think it lasts long because with that Nine of Water showing up in reverse, that's talking about feeling very dissatisfied, feeling very restless when that card comes up in reverse. With the Empress coming up in reverse right behind this, I think that part of the reason you're feeling dissatisfied with this relationship is because you really don't feel like Ivan actually loves you. And I think that's really important to you. And so that is making you feel restless and dissatisfied. And then where we see you at the end with the Messenger of Air in reverse, you've got some suspicions going on, honey. I think you're digging. I think you're looking at his cell phone, checking up on his social media, doing whatever it takes to make sure that everything is the way that it seems. I'm not very thrilled about this, I'm going to tell you. You are stagnant. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. So if you want to change the direction of this, then you want to start thinking positive things about this relationship and about Ivan. And you want to start thinking many more positive things than you are negative things. Well, I'm looking at 3 months from now. 3 months from now, you're going to be the one stalking him, baby girl, unless you change that energy. Okay? Because remember, we looked over time. Only that first card talks about right now. That's the stagnation card we saw. Okay, Alicia. Is there going to be a romantic relationship between Alicia and Nate? Okay, guys, I'm getting pretty close to going out the door, so if you want me to make sure I get to you, you do want to put $15 in my PayPal, my Venmo, or my Cash App, and then we'll be able to make sure I get to you. Let's see. Alicia. Is there a romantic relationship coming up in the future between Alicia and Nate? A committed romantic relationship, actually. Let's make it that way. Is there a committed romantic relationship coming up between Alicia and Nate? You guys have some kind of cycle coming up. I don't know if I really want to call this a relationship. I do see with the 9 of Water showing up first, there is some type of satisfaction in the interactions that are happening between the two of you. This could be satisfaction in the bedroom, but doesn't have to be. It can be just emotional satisfaction from talking to each other. We have the Empress, which does tell me that Nate does definitely have feelings for you. You're actually the queen of his heart, at least if not now, then within the near future. 7 of Fire, though, we have you guys holding back. You guys are not really sharing your emotions that completely with each other. And the 9 of Earth, I think that he's probably holding back more than you because it looks to me like you're missing him. So he may be the one that is kind of pulling back from this situation. And with the Ace of Earth, I think that you're kind of, what I think is going on here is you're sort of letting the idea of this go, and you're finding your own center and your own groundedness and your own stability without expecting it to come in from Mr. Nate. It's interesting that he has feelings for you, but he's also kind of holding up boundaries. I don't know if he's already committed to somebody else or what's going on there, but kind of interesting situation. And I think that you're going to be letting this go, and in a very graceful way. I don't see any kind of big fights or big arguments or whatever. I think you're just going to realize it's better to just let the idea of this go. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, Christine, you never gave me a time frame, honey bunny. What is soon? Is soon a new relationship coming within 2 minutes, 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 years, 2 decades? What is soon for you? Gran, you're a little confused here. You're getting a message from Spirit where Spirit gets to choose whatever, or you can ask something about the rest of the month and whatever part of your life you want to ask about. Romance, finance, family, whatever. You're quite welcome, Alicia. Okay, let's see. Gran. Oh, no, you asked a good question. I just scanned over it too fast. So sorry. So sorry. What was best advice for Gran on what she should be focusing on for the next month? Best advice for Gran, what should she be focusing on for the next month? We're just going to let Spirit pick at this point. La da 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 da. Family and finances, by the way, is two completely different things. Oh, this is interesting. I'm really feeling into these cards. Remind me what your sign is, Gran. So I've got two females on the table right now. Okay, never mind. I don't really need your sign. Here's what we've got. Queen of Earth. Page of Air in reverse. And the Queen of Air. Okay, so here's the thing. You want to focus on the abundance that you have in whatever forms that takes. Abundance is not just about money. It's also about relationships. It's about experiences. It's about our network. So you want to focus on the abundance that you actually already have in your life. All right. And you also want to be thinking out to the future too, because look where she's looking. She's looking forward. You want to be thinking to the future too about, wouldn't it be nice if I also had some other kind of abundance? Okay. So that's the first part of your advice. With this Page of Air showing up in reverse, it's time for you to do some digging for information. It's time for you to be doing some due diligence, doing some research. There is something that you want. And as humans, we always want more than what we have. There's nothing wrong with that, no matter what your grandma told you. Okay, as humans, we're designed that way. When we quit wanting more, it's going to be because we're dead. All right, just think about it. So there is something else that you want. You want to extend, you want to branch out with. Your advice is do the research on that. Do the research on what that would take. Do the research on what you would need to have to make that happen. Do the research on how you could create that. It's time to dig in for some information. How could you do that successfully? It's time to find that out. And then with the Queen of Air, it's time to put your business cap on. Look at things logically. So I think you're really wanting to expand your business. You may be wanting to cook for more people or provide more meals. Or maybe there's something else that you want to expand. Maybe you want to expand your honey business. I don't know. But once you've done your research, then you put on your businesswoman cap and you start taking action. Look at this owl. This owl talks about wisdom. Well, all this wisdom, you just gained it right here. Use that wisdom as you move forward to create that thing that you want. And notice you asked for this month. So don't be taking 3 months to find this information. That should be 2-3 weeks at the most. Then you're taking action in a wise way because you have some information. You're not just being reckless. You're taking calculated risks. Also, the Queen of Air is somebody who smells bullshit 10 miles away. So this also implies the idea of don't let anybody bullshit you just because you're the new kid on the block. If you've got something that's throwing a flag at you, Pick up that flag and examine it. Don't move forward until you know what you're dealing with there. Okay? That's what we've got for you. Oh, very cool, Gran. On the filling with peace. So you want to pass on your skills and abilities to somebody is what you want to do. Is that what you're saying? I don't know how to say you're welcome in Spanish. I just realized that. But you're welcome. Oh, that's fascinating. You want to teach culinary arts. Ooh. You may need to find out what it's going to take to be a teacher at one of the schools or to create a school to teach, whichever route you want to go. Look, if you want to teach as many as you can, you want to get online. Because then your reach is worldwide, the whole English-speaking world or the whole Spanish-speaking world. So if you want to teach people home cooking, I mean, you can always do classes, in your home or wherever, but you want to start putting some of your recipes in YouTube videos and putting them out there or Instagram or somewhere. Because online is where you reach the most people possible. There's no limits online. And I think you have to decide, are you going to make these videos Spanish speaking or English speaking? And it's so much healthier. Okay, Christine had a question about the next 3 months. Let me scroll back. What was that question? Here we go. Any new relationships coming soon for me? I'm assuming, Christine, that you're talking about romantic relationships, even though you didn't specify that. It just kind of feels like that's what you're asking about. Because, we all start new relationships all the time. La da 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 da. Namaste, my friend. Are there any new romantic relationships coming in for Christine anytime between now and the 16th of April? All right. Look at that. I must be psychic or something. Okay, Christine, what the heck is going on that you're not telling me here? There's something about this question that you're not telling me. You're asking about new relationships, but are you in a relationship right now on the down low? Are you looking to jump from the frying pan to the fire? What's going on with that? I'm going to show you what we've got. We're going to walk through this. I just feel like there's more information here than what you're telling me. Queen of Fire in reverse, and it may be that you did not. I just feel like I'm missing some context, and it may not be that you did that intentionally, but I do feel like I'm missing some context here. Queen of Fire in reverse, Moon showing up right side up, Ace of Wands, Ace of Water, sorry about that, obviously with a seahorse, right? Messenger of Air, this is a popular card today in reverse. Four of Fire. Okay, Christine. Queen of Fire in reverse, you're pretty down on the idea of a relationship or love or whatever. You're not open to that at all. That's another reason. Like, what's the missing piece here? Why are you even asking about this? Because you're not open to it. You're not into relationship right now. You're not into talking to people right now. I'm surprised you even made it on this YouTube and actually put a comment in the window. No wonder you're not into relationships right now. You're not even your normal self right now. Normally, your normal self is very positive, very upbeat, very outgoing, very cheerful, very happy, very much can do. This is not that. This is get the fuck away from me, bozo. That's what this is. And you didn't, did you? You got sucked in? Did I read for you at the store or on the phone? Okay. Maybe that's the secret that I didn't have. I didn't remember reading for you. Okay, so Moon card. This tells me that there is something going on in your subconscious. There's something going on secretly. Phone reading? Okay. There's something going on secretly, and this is talking about your subconscious. So you may have like an inkling of it. You may be getting hints of it coming up to the surface, but this isn't something that you may not even be admitting this to yourself. Okay? And that's something that you're not admitting to yourself, is that there is somebody that you love. Or at least that they're a romantic interest. You're at very least interested in them. Leo sun and a Scorpio moon. So that would explain why your personality is normally so upbeat. All right. So there is somebody that you secretly admire. Here's the thing. With my messenger of air showing up in reverse, I'm not sure if you're in communication with this person that you secretly admire, or if you're communicating with them, but you're making sure that they know that you're not interested in them. Maybe this person's already taken, and so you don't want them to know you're interested in them. Or maybe you're afraid that this person is another narcissist, so you're not about to open that can of worms again. But either way, you're not letting this person, you're keeping this totally on the down low that you are even thinking about that person in this way. It's interesting that the no communication comes up like this with the messenger of air in reverse. My normal no communication card is my Queen of Swords or my Queen of Air in reverse. That's the one that says done, blocking you from Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, text messages, phone calls, done, 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 not talking to you, jackass, done. Okay, that's my Queen of Swords in reverse. This is my messenger of air in reverse, which tells me that the communication with this person is not that completely done. You might reach out to this person and let them know how much you don't appreciate how they acted. Okay. Or you could have some kind of negligible, surfacey type of communication that starts to happen. But where, for me, the Queen of Stones or the Queen of Air in reverse is sealed. This is a sealed deal. We're never opening this envelope again, not communicating this messenger of air. It's not a sealed deal. Okay. So I think you're going to be talking to this person again. All right. With the Four of Fire coming up behind that. Four of Fire is actually a very happy card. It's a jubilant card. And I'm just feeling into it while I look at it. Yikes. Yeah, I would say yikes. Four of Fire is happy home, happy family situation, home or family for me. And I feel like the more this interaction falls off, the happier you are with your own home life or your own family life. And if you're single living by yourself, then the happier you are doing your own thing in your own home. You're feeling like you've got all your needs met. And more so, the more this communication drops off. So if we're looking at the next 3 months to see if you have a new romantic relationship coming up, nay, nay. Nay, nay. Because you're not going to let this person from the past, even though you still have feelings for them, you're not going to let this person from the past come in and hijack your life again. But at this point, within this 3-month period, you still have not healed up from this, and you still have not you really still have not let it go. And I don't see you, especially with that Scorpio moon, there is no way that you're going to start something with somebody new knowing that you still have feelings for somebody else, because you don't feel like that would be fair to them in case something would come up and you would cave and go back to that person. You don't think that would be fair to somebody new. And so you won't start something new until you know you've healed and you're ready. And that's not happening within the next 3 months. We do see you starting to heal up with this Four of Wands by the time 3 months rolls around. We see you starting to heal up then. When you're starting to be happy in your own home with your own self, that's when you're starting to heal. You're finding your own happiness. You're getting your self-esteem back. You're not so worried anymore about what this person is doing. But within the next 3 months, no. Okay, guys, I've been here for, looks like, 1 hour and 17 minutes. It's time for me to take off. I hope that what came up helped each and every one of you. And, well, each and every one of you I read for. I think I hit everybody. And look at that. All the guys that were trying to hit on me left. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, peaceful day. Thank you very much for being here. Of course, if you guys want to book a private reading or a private Reiki session or Reiki candles with me, all my contact information is on my website, and my website is in the description box below. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, peaceful day. Peace out.